Hello guys, what is happening and welcome to this video. So in today's video we're going to be talking about a little bit about Canada and kind of what I think is going to happen over the next couple of years. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button on this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're interested in this type of content. As you know guys, I haven't been here for a while, and I'm coming here because I believe this video is just important as a service to get out to you guys. So without further ado, let's do this. All right guys, welcome back. So it is absolutely freezing, in case you haven't gathered that. It's about -16 right now here in Calgary. It's pretty cold. When you're stood in the sun, it's not that bad because at this temperature there's zero moisture in the air, so it's not too bad. But anyway guys, in this video I want to talk about what I believe is going to happen and what we're seeing economically here in Canada. And the thing is, it's vitally important that I bring you this message because nobody else is going to bring it you, quite frankly, and that's just the world we live in these days. So anyway guys, if you haven't obviously realized, there has been huge amounts of government spending over the past couple of years. Now, I'm not here to say whether that's right or wrong. I think part of that was justified, and you know, that's a whole another video topic altogether. But what that has caused is huge distortions in the economy. And a lot of people won't know this, but Canada's economy is actually slowing down right now. All the economical indicators are pointing towards a recession. We've got the bond market now pricing in a recession. It just doesn't look good, guys. The banking system in certain sectors is very under stress from the China contagion that is happening. We have banks here in Canada that are operating in China as well. So what's happening in China is definitely going to have an effect here in Canada. The banking system was already stressed, and this is just further going to put pressure on that. So the thing is, guys, we've talked about it before on this channel, but one thing that I bring up time and time again is FOMO, fear of missing out. Because the thing is, guys, FOMO, fear of missing out, is a huge problem right now. You know, I constantly hear from people who are telling me they're moving, and then when I ask them why, they give me the wrong reasons. And what I mean by that is they are moving because it's fear of missing out on a house or some other thing. And that is really, really sad to see, because unfortunate reality of what's happened during this sickness is the fact that you've had a lot of mobility of different people moving. It's been a very unique situation in the fact that we went to this work from home. Now, I've worked from home since 2015, and I've worked from home in the UK and in Canada too. And the thing is, obviously, Canada is a little more accommodative of that fact because houses are larger on the whole. So, you know, making a office in your basement or wherever is much easier than in the UK when the homes are smaller. But the thing is, guys, that's created massive distortions in the economy because you've had housing markets that have just blown up in places all over the country, which has led to people in those local markets getting a lot of FOMO, often overextending themselves, a lot of people then moving further and further out, and it's just created an outright housing crisis. And we're in the early stages of this crisis, in the sense that I really believe we are going to see an absolute meltdown in the economy, and it's going to be against a backdrop of high inflation and rising prices, and you're going to see something that we haven't seen since, quite frankly, the last century, and that is the fact that we're going to have rapidly high inflation, and then we're going to have the economy going up and down, and that in itself is going to create big problems, especially for those who moved further and further out. And let me tell you why. The thing is, I've been seeing a lot of surveys that have been all over the internet of business owners where they've been asked, you know, if there was a downturn, who are you most likely to lay off first? Is it going to be remote workers? And I think it's obvious at this point it would be remote workers. So those people from Ontario who, you know, are now fully remote and they move to Nova Scotia, Calgary, wherever you want to go, BC. And the thing is, those guys are most at risk of losing their job, whether they want to admit that or not. And the guys who have quit their job and got another job somewhere else, they're even worse. They're even more at risk, because as we know, the people who have been at companies the least amount of time are always the first to get cut, because as a business expense, they cost less to let go. Now, there's certain exceptions to that rule, but that is largely the rule. And, you know, unfortunately, no matter how you spin it, and I do feel empathy for a lot of these people who have moved, because they have FOMO. They don't realize that they're operating entirely from their emotions. People need to take a step back right now and really think about things. What if the economy went into a recession next year? How well would we be positioned? Have we just both signed on at new jobs, moved to a new city, just bought a brand new house, and our budget, we maxed it out? Because that puts you in a very dangerous position, but you still have a chance right now to change that. And that's not financial advice, but I'm just trying to put out a warning, because a lot of people are going to be in this situation. We've never seen anything like this for a long, long time, guys, over 20 years. And I don't think people truly understand that. People think what we've just had happen since 2008 is going to continue. They think rates are going to stay low. They don't really understand economics, because it doesn't get taught in school. So they don't really understand what's going on when people are saying inflation is high, you know, interest rates are going to go up. They don't really understand the true dynamics of what's going on right now, which is the economy is not in a good place. It's actually going down, and then they're actually going to have to tighten monetary policy. Whereas in the past, it's actually been the economy's going down, and then they've been loosening monetary policy. So just think about that. Just think about how, you know, that's exactly what happened during the sickness. They had to do that. You can argue whatever. I'm not here to make an argument about that, but I just want to be frank with people. You know, this isn't a doom and gloom video, guys. I just have to be honest with you and tell you my thoughts. You know, Canada is not very well positioned because of the amount of debt that is in the banking system, and that's the thing. People just don't realize it. And this is a call. Please diversify your banking. Don't just have all your money in one bank. You know, there's free banks out there here in Canada now. There's no excuse for having your money in one bank. I mean, some of them charge inactivity fees, but what you got to do, buy gas once, that's it. So there's really no excuse for not diversifying. And guys, just please heed this warning, because, you know, even if it's a false alarm, which I don't think it will be, and I just go by probabilities, by the way, so I just go by what's most probable. And the thing that's most likely to happen is next year we're going to have a recession, and we're going to have tightening monetary policy at the same time. Now, guys, just please heed this warning. I'm not here to try and be doom and gloom. I know it's hard to hear this for a lot of people, and they won't believe this. And I have to accept that 70% of people that watch this video will not believe it. That's just the probabilities. So the thing is, there is a 30% audience, though, that will actually do a little more digging. They might diversify their banking, and those are the people that I'm here for right now. The thing is, if in 2 years everything's great, I'll still be happy that I came here and did this, because at this time it's most probable. And things may change. Things are always changing, guys, but this is what it's looking like. This is my forecast. And that's truly why we're looking to leave Canada, because to be totally honest with you, I just don't think it's going to be a place of growth over the next 10 years. And I'm looking longer because we want to have a good life. We want to have the best experience. And the thing is, we just have to be honest with ourselves. Do we love Canada? Yes. Do we love the people? Yes. But the thing is, you can't get emotional about these things. A lot of people tend to get emotional about things, and that's when they absolutely destroy their finances. And I'm just not prepared to make that sacrifice, because I have worked so hard to build things up from the ground up recently that I cannot do that. I can't do that. And at some point, we're going to be well positioned that we can move to another country, and you're going to be following this on this channel. And I'm hoping that a lot of you guys will also be thinking, you'll be looking at this channel and be thinking, wow, actually I might do what he's doing. And you know what? If you do that, then that's fantastic. Because at the end of the day, I just want you to be successful. I want you to have the freedom that you deserve and you want. And that's what we're all here for. At least I believe it is. You know, there's a lot of BS out there right now, guys, and I just want to call it out. There's a lot of people here in Calgary, and I only found this out a couple of weeks ago, and it kind of made me really upset and mad, was that the city of Calgary was actually paying people, paying YouTubers to promote the city. And I thought that was just so slimy. And it totally kind of destroys what I believe YouTube was really about. Because there's a lot, and I've said this before in previous videos, sellouts on YouTube. They're people that are just on here to make money, and they just want to be the next YouTube superstar. I honestly don't care about that. My reasoning for coming on here is to help people. And I've always wanted to become a YouTuber, and I am a YouTuber. That's what I do. I've wanted to do it ever since 2011, 2010, you know, 2 years after YouTube was launched. I was inspired by YouTube before anybody got paid any money to be on YouTube. I just want to put that out there. But there is a lot of just BS on here now, guys. And that's the thing. You just have to watch where you get your information, because I would say a lot of it is going to be false. And you just need to realize that, you know, there's no magical place here in Canada that's going to solve all your problems. I hate to say it. A lot of people are moving around looking at different places as if they're going to solve their problems, whether it's solve their problems with housing or affordability issues, whatever it is. And I think, unfortunately, and it really pains me to say this, those people will be the ones that get destroyed the worst out of all this, because they have literally risked the most. They've risked their entire livelihood, but they haven't done it knowingly, because they've been driven by this FOMO, this fear of missing out, which can be such a powerful emotion, guys. It really can be. And we just have to recognize that we have this flaw as human beings. And if we can prevent that happening, if we can say, hey, am I getting a little bit of FOMO right now? Maybe I need to take a step back and think about this logically. You know, what if we move to Nova Scotia? What's that going to mean for my job? Like, if I lose my job, am I going to be able to get a same job there with the same money? You know, what sort of situation are we going to be in with our mortgage, all the rest of it, if housing prices go down? Are we going to be in a variable rate closed mortgage with interest rates going up, and then we come to renew our mortgage in 5 years, they ask us for 50 grand and we say we don't have 50 grand? Because I think that's going to be a lot of people, guys. And yeah, anyway. But anyway, guys, I doubt you've enjoyed this video. Even I haven't enjoyed coming to make it for you. But really, I believe this is about service. And at the end of the day, sometimes we have to come on to the camera and say things that we don't necessarily want to say and are hesitant to say, but need to be said. And that's my message here, guys. So I will see you in the next video. As always, peace, guys. Peace and love. Bye-bye.